Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Let me know if the background music is too loud or not. But how is everybody tonight? I hope you're all doing well. Here we go. Now my model's actually facing straight. So we're just gonna have a chill night tonight. Do some building in The Sims. Oh god, is this shuffling? I think this is shuffling. My connection doesn't seem to be super great right now, which I'm a little worried about, but hopefully. But also, what's this? Kage has a new layout! I actually made this, and I'm so freaking proud of it. Like, I wanted something that was very reminiscent of, like, old school RPG games, and so I spent like 2 days straight working on this. I actually ended up making a couple extra assets that I didn't end up needing. And then I also made a matching one for Mona. I don't know if she's gonna use it, but I definitely made a matching one for Mona. But we're gonna get right into it, and we're gonna go for as long as we can. And just kind of hope that my computer doesn't, or my internet doesn't die tonight. I lost the link to the blueprint I was using. Oh, looks like my connection suddenly got better, so hopefully it'll stay that way. So I'm actually using a separate save than my forever save to do some building because I turned off all my mods for building, just because a lot of these are going to end up going up on the gallery when they're done, and I don't want to risk accidentally putting in any CC so that people can download them without having to worry about having the CC. I'm probably going to end up using a lot of packs though. Now I'm hoping that this lot is big enough for the house that I want to build. I am going off a blueprint that I found online because I'm not very good at doing floor plans on my own. I tend to work better from something visually that so I go to like a lot of blueprint websites, and what camera am I on? Oh, I'm on the Sims 3 camera. That's why everything looks weird. That's why I couldn't see through the trees. I only use that for when I'm placing objects that I need to rotate. So we're just gonna chill, have some fun, relax, and have a good night. this plot might be too small for what I'm trying to do. I absolutely love The Sims, Eli. I spend so much time on this game. There we go, that's a little better. Now I can see the chat better. Hello, Snez! I see that you are alive and hopefully awake. Yeah, there's a lot of different challenges for the game. Well, hopefully the chill vibes of the stream will help you fall asleep. Let's see here. It's probably a little better. This house is a really weird shape, but I'm trying. I also think this lot might be a little small for what I was trying to do, but that's okay. I think we can make it work. Yeah, this is the same person that makes the music that Kage uses for their intro. I also use Kage's intro music that they use is the same music I use for my intro for Pastaween, but this is by the same person. They do some really nice lo-fi music. That's awesome, Eli. You can there's a channel in the Pastaween Discord called Line Submission. You can throw them in there, or if they're too big to send over Discord, let me know and I will give you my email to send them to. It's a really weird shape. But I think we can do this. So Pastaween is a big project that I do every October on the channel. This will actually be the last year of it before we shift focus, but essentially it started out as me taking creepypasta and scary stories off the internet and just narrating them, and over God, it's been almost 10 years now. Over the 10 years that it's been running, I brought in the Rev Pro crew, and I brought in a bunch of voice actors that I've worked with in other projects, and they've come in to voice characters. And last year we did a really long series called Orion Pest Control, which focuses on a group of pest control specialists that also work in atypical pests like fairies. And this year we'll be continuing the second half of that series. Actually, Eli, the sooner you submit the lines, the easier it will be for me. I haven't put a due date in the Pastaween chat yet, but I would like everybody's lines by like mid-September so that I've got the extra time that I need to start editing. If you wait until it's time for me to work on the chapter, I will be running around like a crazy person. Because honestly, Snaz, that'd be awesome. I will, I'm gonna get rid of that for now until I'm done arranging this. Let's put it there. That's probably a good spot, and we'll still have enough room for the backyard. Okay. Thank you, Eli. Yeah, honestly, the more that I can get done before the start of October, the less running around like a crazy person I will be doing. Because a lot of it is, I have to record almost all of the narration. There's a couple chapters that I don't narrate. And then I have to do all the editing of putting everybody's lines together. I can usually get 1 or 2 episodes done a day, depending on the length of the story. A lot of the later chapters in this year's series are fairly long. I think the longest gets up to 14 pages. Why do I have the room grid on? Go away. I don't need you. It's a weird location for a closet. I think I'm gonna actually extend this wall so the closet's not so off kilter. There we go. And that's a closet. It's a really weird shape for a shared bathroom. We'll make it work. Try something here. No! I deleted one too many walls. Okay, that doesn't look... it's a little high. Let's make that a little shorter. Let's do 1 instead of 2. That's better. Okay, let's start over here. You're also a weirdly shaped room. 2, 3. So this is Big bathroom. I don't like how this is coming out. I really don't like how this is coming out. This is a weirdly shaped house going off this blueprint that I have. You know, it'd probably be better. This would probably be easier if I focus on getting the garage in the right spot. Okay. It's a really big garage. Okay. Why is it shaped like that? That's so weird. I do not like the way this is coming out. A really weirdly shaped house. Excuse me while I go find another blueprint to work off of, because I do not like this. And something a little bit better to work with. Because that was not working. Sometimes they don't transfer over to The Sims very well. What does this one look like? This one has a lot of good pictures to go off of. Oh, let's go with this. This should work a little bit better. Hopefully. I'm not the greatest builder. I'm really not, but I do want to build, to put in my forever save at least some builds that I have done, and not just stuff built by other people. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. already is starting to look a lot better. I'm good. How are you? We're just chilling and building a house. I don't like how that looks. Do that differently. I feel that. I've been recording another build in this game all day, and I had to stop myself at like 4 o'clock because I was like, if I keep going, I'm gonna burn myself out before stream. Well, I'm trying to make a good roof for this house, but it's very awkwardly shaped. I'm not the greatest builder. Maybe. Yeah, that's a little better. Too far out? Looks like it's too far out. There we go. I'm also just trying to get like enough pre-recorded videos done so that come the trip out to Michigan next week, I'm not scrambling. And at least there'll be something going up while we're gone. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. And I could maybe do something a little different with the back here. Actually, let me play with that. Let me cook a little. I think I've got an idea. Let's go with darker brown. Here we go. Oh no. Okay. See what we can do here. Okay. Well, we're going out to Michigan to adopt the kittens. The breeder is the sibling of an online friend of mine who they just happened to have a litter of kittens right after we got back from California from Kagame's wedding. And we've been in talks since end of June. We just had to save up to be able to go out there, which is why we had to wait so long to fly out. Let's see. That one's a little too thin. So we'll be flying out on Saturday, and we'll be back on Monday, which means Tuesday's stream is very much up in the air. Because I have no idea how late we're getting back on Monday. I have to look at the itinerary. We're actually flying. It's an 8-hour flight. Would have been a lot more to drive. So, and because of my back and the fact that I have really bad back problems, we decided flying. My doctor pretty much told me on no uncertain terms was I allowed to drive for 8 hours. Plus, transporting both cats in a car and having to fit the wheelchair, it was going to be a lot. Okay, this is going about the way I wanted it to. Now, if we just delete these, and it looks like a lattice. We are. We've already looked into what it will take, and we have calming treats that will hopefully keep them happy throughout the flight. There is one layover on the way back, so we have a portable litter box so that between flights we can at least give them the option to go if they need to. The plan is we fly out Saturday, we get in late Saturday, and then we pick them up Sunday and fly home on Monday. Before the trip to California, I had not been on a plane since I was like 9. And I was very scared. But honestly, I find that I don't mind the flying so much. The only part of it that I didn't like was on the way back. On one of the flights on the way back, we ended up in the very last row of seats, and I did not like being in the back of the plane. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Alright. Actually kind of like that. Now we have to put these up on every corner. See, it's not the flying so much that scares me as the takeoff and the landing. change that looks like. That's a little better. Yeah, which flight was it? We had a lot of layovers on the way out to California. I think it was the flight from Phoenix to Ontario that was really smooth on the landing. Honestly, I slept right through it. But I was also on so much Xanax. Poor Izumi, going from Philadelphia into Phoenix. She got so sick. I felt so bad. Music. There we go. The music stopped itself for some reason. How's the volume on the music, by the way, guys? Well, it helped that I had Xanax in my system. So I was very drugged up. Let me know if the music's too loud, guys. It sounds a little loud in my ears, but I also have OBS, the volume on OBS turned down a little bit, so it could be a little bit softer for you guys than it is for me. No, I don't like that. How about you? What do you look like? Ooh, I like that. We're gonna go with that. Is this from one of the updates? This looks like it's from one of the updates. Also, for some reason, this didn't carry around the entire foundation. There we go, that's better. Let's see what we got for Windows that I might like. See, I don't drive. I was in a pretty bad accident when I was a kid, so getting behind the wheel tends to cause me to hyperventilate. So Hana tends... something taller than that. Hana tends to be the one who does all the driving. And I could not fathom the idea of him driving the entire 8 hours out to Michigan. So we decided to fly. See, I don't know if the music in The Sims is copyrighted, so I tend to not play the in-game music a lot. I have when I've recorded it, but just to be safe, I didn't want to have it playing tonight. Usually when I'm doing stuff on my own in The Sims and not like streaming, I will have my own music going, usually Broadway or Vocaloid. I listen to a lot of Broadway and Vocaloid. I listen to a lot of random different genres of music, but Broadway and Broadway and Vocaloid tend to be the ones I listen to the most. I feel like I made this too big. I really feel like I made this too big. I'm gonna bring this in a little bit. Yeah, because these are supposed to be like right here, and then it's one, and then the door. is maybe a little better. No, I can't do it that way because then there's no room for that back bedroom. Never mind. We're gonna deal with how big the front of the house is. It's fine, we'll make it work. So Teto technically is not a Vocaloid. She is a Synth V character who started out as an Utaloid. Utalo was a freeware version of Vocaloid, which was not as distinct. I think now she technically counts as a Vocaloid because she was in one of the orchestra concerts, but originally she was not a Vocaloid. There's a lot of weird distinctions, especially between synthesized voices, because like, for example, Gakapo and Gumi count as Vocaloids, but they are not Kryptonloids, which is why you never see them in concert, because they are not owned by Sega. I was real big in the Vocaloid scene for a long time. I haven't really kept up with the recent Vocaloid songs, though. So I can see. So, funny thing about Sonic and Vocaloid, in the Project Diva games, Miku has a Sonic outfit. Remind me the next time I play Project Diva and I'll show it. So my biggest claim to fame with Vocaloid, and you can actually find the vlogs on our channel, is that I have been to a total of 2 Miku Expos. I did not go to 2024 because we were saving up for the wedding. Yeah, Project Diva, that was the Vocaloid rhythm game that Mona and I were playing together a while back. I gotta play that again sometime. This window placement will be a lot easier if I do set up the floor plan inside, so let's do that real quick. Okay, so the garage is huge for some reason, so we're gonna start here. So, 1, 2, 1, 2 is the pantry. A very small pantry, but we could probably do something with it. And then there's another 4 for a powder room. No. No? Yes. Wait, why did the master bedroom end up so small? I'm confused. What did I do wrong here? I know, we stream together a lot. But alas, Mona is camping with her family tonight, so... Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, okay. That's why it looked weird. One, two. So she doesn't have great signal out there, but last picture she sent me, they were roasted marshmallows. Okay, this is like a big walk-in closet. See, I wish I could go camping, but Hana's not big on the idea of camping. Big bathroom. Okay. And then there's a laundry room here that's like 2 tiles wide. Why is the garage so huge? That's fine. We will make that work. Actually, I want to make that a little bit bigger. 3 tiles there. That way I can get that, like... I was a Girl Scout, so we went camping a lot when I was a kid. I enjoy it, but I prefer to be in a cabin rather than in a tent. I like having access to showers. Okay, let's do that. And then we can do... Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, and then we can put like use the new mudroom kit. Do that. Let's actually 1, 2, and then leave room for. There we go. That's better. Okay. Let's see how this is going to work. 1, 2, 3. One, two. This is a closet. See, most of my camping trips were either Girl Scouts or with the historical reenactment group my family was a part of when I was in my late teens. One of the big events was called Penzik, and it was a week straight of medieval camping. 2, 3. Over, right? 5. Okay, that looks good. I think, yeah, that'll work. That looks good. And right here's the door to the outside. Okay. Okay. So that's a walk-in closet with a window. That's fine. We can work with that. Now I need to find this group of windows again. Over here, you have one window. Why is there no window on this side? That's weird. I don't like that. I'm gonna put a window on this side. Actually, I want to keep the smaller windows on this side because there's going to be kitchen counters here. Actually, no, the kitchen counters don't start till further in, so let's do that, and then there we go. It's supposed to be a walk-in shower there. I'm gonna have to see if I can either build my own or do something a little different with it. Okay. And there's here, there's none in that space. Well, yeah, it's a big house. And then this is supposed to be a garage door, and it's... Can I lower this room? No. If I do that, it's the whole house. Yeah, no. Okay. So not that. Alright, well, garages don't actually work in this game, so we're just gonna have to pretend. So there's a door here, so we're gonna want to make a step there. So let's grab the same ones I used over here. There we go. And then let's see what we can do to kind of make a fake garage door. Kind of work. And if we do like gray siding. See, they've got in the way of. There we go. That kind of looks like a fake garage door. For the record, garages aren't actually a thing in The Sims. At least not the way that they work for us, and there are no actual real garage doors. So we have to fake it. There are cars in like the debug menu that you can't actually do anything with. But this will be like a hobby room kind of deal. Okay. So that's all the windows. There's a fireplace on that side. Let's see here. You have a closet in this room. That's a linen closet, so we can put a closet there. And you have this weird walk-in closet situation that I kind of want to move that window. Because as great as that is, it's going to limit what we can do with this walk-in closet. So let's move it over here. Okay. Now, let's put some fencing around the porch. What have I got in the way of good fencing? Dark brown here. This, I think, matches. Yeah, that'll work. And if we... that'll work. There we go. Okay, I like how that looks. We have to do some landscaping. And I want to definitely do something with this, like, backyard area. Could probably close it in from here and bring it out. And then give them, like, an area along the side to chill and do some stuff outside. Maybe turn this, like, back nook into a garden area. It's a little wonky, but we can make it work. You need a roof on that part of the house. Let's fix that. There we go. Listen a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's set up some trims. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Now I wanna do the thing with the plants here before I... Where's the one I'm looking for? To raise it up every time, aren't I? Nope, nope, nope. Up too high. One more. There we go. Do you kind of want to overlap them a little bit? There we go. That looks better. Okay. This is very finicky. Alright, we're gonna start over because this is getting finicky. Might be a little bit easier if I do this top down. There we go. That looks better. Did I fuck that up? I think I fucked that up. Right, I need to be over one so that they overlap a little bit better. Don't mind me, this is just trial and error. I don't think we're going to be finishing this tonight, but that's okay, because I will... probably stream us working on this house again another night. Tomorrow, we're hoping to do Persona 5 The Phantom X. It's really gonna depend on what time Mona gets home and how tired she is. Because if she's too tired to stream, then I'm going to tell her to take the night off, and I'm just gonna do more Sims. Hello, Ratman. Only about an hour and 15 minutes. So there's about 45 minutes left in the stream. But we're really just chilling and playing Sims. There we go. Trying to get these close enough that they can overlap and look good while not breaking the game. Welcome back, Eli. We are almost done this little decorative roof fixture that I'm working on. There we go. Ah, it looks so good. I like how that came out. Okay. Oh, thank you, Eli. I'm so proud of how this came out. I do know the basement trick, Ratman. I'm not working on a basement for this house, though. I am. Should there be a window there? I feel like there should be a window there. Yeah, I'm gonna put a window there because I think it would look better. There we go. I might put one here too. Welcome back, Snez. We have an outside, sort of. I still have to put siding on the house. And I just spent the last 10 minutes making this nice little plant overlay on the terrace outside. Can I apply? No, I can't. Okay. I have every expansion pack, every stuff pack, and every game pack. I'm missing a lot of the kits. And the main reason for that is there are just some kits I'm not interested in. I did just buy the kitchen clutter. You can actually kind of see which ones I have right here. I don't have Journey to Batu. I will correct myself. I don't have Journey to Batu, but that's just because I'm not a big Star Wars fan and I have no real interest in it. But I did just, yeah, you can see I'm missing a lot of the kits. I did just get kitchen clutter and the Grange mudroom kits, because I really wanted those. Don't worry about the typos, Eli. I make typos all the time. Okay, so we are going to... I think we're going to do like a stonework along the bottom. And we can do... maybe some kind of... no, I don't like that. Let's do We'll do wood for the... I don't hate Star Wars. Like... I don't hate Star Wars. I will say that up until the third one, I enjoyed the recent movies. The third one was very messy. I haven't seen the last of the prequel movies. I admit I missed that one, but I saw all three originals. I also saw oh, what was the name of the movie? The one where they're Rogue One. I saw Rogue One. I liked Rogue One. I didn't see Solo. I wanted to see Solo, but I've never gotten around to actually sitting down and watching it. But I was raised on Star Trek, so I'm very much more a Trekkie than I am a Star Wars fan. Let's do... I really want an excuse to use this wood. I really need to build some stuff in the new area. Let's go with that. I like that dark wood. That dark wood's very nice. Okay, let's see. I don't want to do a Tudor house. What's the paneling look on? My goodness. This looks a lot like the picture I'm going off of. I remember seeing, I think it's the second prequel movie in theaters. I think it was 11 when it came out. And I remember my cousin and I giggling up a storm watching the Yoda fight scene. And just watching him bounce around made us laugh. Ooh, I like that. Let's go with that, because it's got a very seaside vibe, and we're in Brindleton Bay, so it fits. No, I ruined my garage doors. Alright, we'll have to do this part manually. Actually really like that. We're gonna stick with that siding all throughout, I think. Okay. That looks a little better. Okay. Now my least favorite part, landscaping. Let's figure out where the backyard is going to begin and end. I think I really want to utilize this like little tucked in space over here for a garden. So let's pick a fence. Sorry, for a second I thought I heard Hana coming home. He hasn't messaged me to say he's on his way. Oh, nope, that's the front door. My husband is home. I need darker wood. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's go with that. And then we'll close in this space and probably go to about here. Hi, baby. You can come in here, you know, and talk to me. So what if I'm streaming? How often do I walk in on you and your friends streaming? Did you guys have fun?
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back. Did you eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ate. You bought me food. Of course I ate.
Right. Thank you for holding down the fort.
You're welcome. You can go up and lay down?
Yeah.
Okay. I love you too. I'll be up in a little while. Sorry, Hana just came home. He was out at a water park with his friend. Okay. Let's see here. I want to do a path from the... Yeah, I want to do a path from the stairs out. I wish we had like matching paths to the stuff that you see like in around the town, because if I could get stone to match this stone, it'd be great. But I know there isn't any. Is this off kilter? I feel like this is off kilter. Hold on. This is driving me crazy. Give me. Thank you. That's better. That was bugging me. He's going up to lay down for a little bit, but I'll be heading up after stream. Okay, what do I have that, like, kind of matches this? I mean, that's not bad. Just kind of. I don't like that there's no center version of that. Never mind. We're not going to use that one. Unless, is this the center? Could be. Let's see here. Let's play with this. Oh yeah, okay, that works. But then there's no side, because they're all like... Oh, that annoys me. I don't like that. We're not going to do that. Oh, I like that. It's a slightly darker gray. Let's see if we can get something a little bit lighter. There is no middle ground here, is there? Of course not. Why would there ever be? But you know what? That's fine. We'll make it work. Okay, I want to figure out where I'm going to put... I think I'm going to put the mailbox up on the wall up there, rather than out in the yard. And then we can do landscaping this whole way. And we want to do something with this driveway over here. Let's do... Then we can put a car out here. I'll just have to pull it from the debug menu. We can put some trees out back here and kind of fill this area in with some plants. But let's start up front. I will tell you, landscaping's the one thing I hate doing. I don't think I'm good at it. Let's grab... Alright. We can't put it right up against the street because why would we allow that? Nope, 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 don't do that. Actually, if we're gonna do that, let's take out this whole strip here. I don't think I'm the greatest builder. But I try. And the biggest thing is I just want to make sure that there are at least some lots in this forever save that I built myself, rather than just taking everything off the gallery. Hi, Ro, love you. Let's see, we want. Let's go with this. We'll make that a little bit bigger. I have been learning a lot of building tricks watching other Sims builders. I say that as if I'm like part of the EA creator program. Can you imagine if EA reached out to me? I don't think I do enough Sim stuff. Like, this channel's not exclusively Sim stuff, and I do not upload enough for them to be like, oh, let's make this person part of the creator program. Okay, I want to do a little bit around the edges of the fence to make it actually look like it's a little bit more realistic. Oh, well, the EA Creator Network is this whole program that they do for Sims YouTubers where they can get sponsored and they'll get sent packs early and for free. They also get like a creator code that when you go into the EA store and you buy like any Sims packs, you can put their code in and they'll get like $5 off your purchase. You won't get like money off, but they will make like $5 from your purchase, which I like because that means my money goes to them and not, some of my money goes to them and not EA. Okay, we're going to lay down some should be like clover? Maybe not? I thought there was clover. Where's Clover? Okay, that'll work. And I'm just gonna lay this down, because what this does is it makes it look more full of plant life. And you don't... I know, I placed the dirt just to cover it up, but you'll understand the vision soon, I promise. I actually did this with the build that I've been recording the past several days. I'm making this giant apartment complex that's got like 6 units in it. It's on a, I want to say 50 by 50 lot. It's got a huge like public area. Like, I made like a giant playground for kids using like all of the stuff kids can use to play, like the hopscotch thing and marbles and like a swing set. And it's probably way overloaded, but I really like the way it looks. Sort of. It's a little clunky. Like I said, I'm not the best at landscaping. But I'm not even halfway through doing the interior of this building. And I'm praying I'm gonna get it done in time to do the actual speed build video where I speed it up and you guys can watch as I'm building it. I'm praying I'm gonna get it done before we leave for Michigan. See, I don't currently have Minecraft. Mona and Tanner have been trying to get me to get it. And like, I feel like the only thing I would do if I were playing Minecraft is the building. Because I do enjoy building in The Sims. Okay, we're gonna put another one of these over here. It's a little big for, maybe I should have made this too wide. Oh well, I think I'm gonna forget the big bushes and stick to the little ones. There's like lavender somewhere, isn't there? Maybe it's under shrubs. I thought there was lavender. There's lavender. Okay, we're gonna do lavender all the way across, and then we're gonna slip in some other plants, and that'll fill in the space a little bit. Let me just say I love lavender. It is a wonderful plant. It's great for migraines. I have a oil diffuser that I put lavender oil in when I have a migraine, and I let it, which I'm not gonna be able to use once we have the cats, because you're not supposed to use that unless it's like in the living room where it's really well ventilated. I can't ask that of you, Eli. I appreciate the thought, but I have, and Mona will tell you this, I have weird feelings about my friends spending money on me. I get very, very weird about it, and it's not because I don't appreciate it, it's because I really appreciate it, and it's hard not to feel like a burden. When I was living at my parents' and I was not working because of my disability and taking care of my grandmother, Izumi took a lot of time to take me out to places, and she would buy me lunch or we'd go shopping, and she would just buy me things while we're out, and she spent a decent amount of money on me just so that I wasn't like going crazy from being stuck in the house all day taking care of my grandmother, and I owe her a lot for that. And now I'm just at this point where, because Hana and I are in a better position to take care of the people we love, that I get very weird about people spending money on me. If it were like a birthday or Christmas gift, I'd probably be a little bit better about it, but when people buy me stuff right out of the blue, like, I'm pretty sure you were in the Discord server at this point, but when Kraz bought me Neverwinter Nights 2, I yelled at him. And I know he's gonna get me something for my birthday, even if I tell him no. You know, I keep forgetting that these have swatches. I really should just, like... Hold on. Do, like, sections of colors. There we go. You might have just not been online for that. It was after the stream that I was like talking about it and saying how I wanted to play the game. And then like a couple weeks later, they announced that they were re-releasing it on Steam with the enhanced edition. And I shared the link in our Discord, and then Kraz bought it for me. And I yelled at him. It is getting warm down here, but that's probably because of the storm outside. Maybe, like... Maybe we can do a Secret Santa around Christmas. I wouldn't mind organizing something like that. We just have to find out, like, who would want to participate. It would have to stay within people's like comfort levels, so it would be like either like an Amazon wish list or like through people's Steam. But we can talk to the group about it. I'll obviously have to talk to Han and see if I can even afford to do something that with our finances this year, just because coming back from getting the cats, the trip out is going to be expensive, and what we paid for the cats is kind of a lot. I mean, they gave us a discount because we ended up paying the price of one of the cats for both. And that's just because they have so many litters right now that they're just trying to home these kittens. Well, you can always go out and, like, get a Steam gift card and give somebody the code off of it, if that works better for you. We can always discuss logistics if it becomes something that people want to do. It's also really going to depend on everybody's finances and stuff. Because, like, I know Daft has made comments about money being tight for him and his partner, so it would really, we'd have to come up with like a limit, and it's just a lot of finagling and logistics that we'd have to figure out. I don't think I'm going to, but I really would like to have, like, the landscaping done on this before I go upstairs. We'll see. I think we can do one more here. There we go. That doesn't look too bad at all. Well, the state of the country doesn't exactly help that. Let's do a big tree over here. Maybe we can fill in underneath it and then do a bench or something in the yard. We have a weeping willow. Don't see a willow tree. I thought there was a willow tree in here, but beech tree, hawthorn tree, pine tree, Japanese maple. I could have sworn there was a weeping willow tree in here somewhere. Maybe that was a mod I'm thinking of. It's getting there. I could have sworn there was a willow tree. There's a weeping cherry tree. No, it's a little too big. I wish this had swatches so that I could make it green, but that's fine. Let's go with you, because you're not as big. Let's do some grass underneath. It makes it look a little bit more realistic. There's some flowers in. And then we'll throw a bench underneath. I like that. That looks very nice. Let's get that door put in over here. There we go. I'm gonna put another tree back here, but I think I also want... There we go. Okay. The biggest thing is I don't want it to be overlapping the house enough that it like pokes in underneath. Okay. Back here. So I'm definitely planning on them having kids. We could put a sandbox back here and maybe a playhouse. Well, the playhouse is a mod based off the like tent that came with Dream Home Decorators, so we could probably do that. Maybe grab some stuff from the little campers pack. But first, let's grab... So we'll just go straight another tree back here. Let's go to the gardening area and set that up real quick. So we want to put in a couple of planter boxes. Sprinkler. Can put a couple of these up. And then I think one of the parents is going to be real into gardening. Need some smaller planter box. There we go. Not yet. Or Monday, I'd probably be freaking out a little. Can we fit another planter box over here? I feel like we can. So we've still got so much to do. Okay, you know what? Move that forward a little bit. Like over. That should be good. That should be... do a little bit of landscaping to make this not so... that's too big. Make this look not so flat. Can we... Too much. Too little. There we go. There we go, give it a little bit of depth. We'll do that with the rest of the yard too. There we go. This gives the yard a little bit of depth. So it's not just the same color all the way around. We'll just kind of trying to keep it a little bit random, but also just like fill in the patches. I actually learned how to do this when I was doing maps for D&D, because I do this on the grass in my D&D maps to make everything look a little less flat. And it just gives it a little bit of depth. Just a little bit. Okay, that should be good. Honestly, we might end up... Oh no, I just realized what time it was. It's definitely more realistic. Alright, let's build ourselves a sandbox real quick for the kiddos. And that will probably be the last thing we do tonight. We're gonna want the square. We're gonna want this. That'd be good. And then we want cool thing with this is that your kids can actually come out and play in the sand. So I'm gonna go into toys, and I'm gonna put like some toys out in the sand. Wish I had like a shovel and pail, but I don't. So we're just gonna kind of make do with what we've got. Where's the other thing I'm looking for? Might not be. Oh, there it is. We'll give them a little tent out here to play in, because they can play with their toys and stuff in here. What colors do we have? You know what? I like that one. Okay. And this is where we're going to leave this build for now, guys. If Mona is up to streaming tomorrow, we will be playing Persona 5 The Phantom X. If Mona is not up to streaming tomorrow, we'll be doing more of this. But in the